Welcome to the Dat Mama Podcast. Dat Mama Podcast. Dat Mama Podcast. Dat Mama Podcast. Please don't forget to like, follow, subscribe at Dat Mama Mara because Mama gotta have a life too. And we are outside. Welcome to the first episode. And we're back from the holiday break, people. It's 2025 and we must look alive, okay? It is shows on every night. But there is one I want to start with right out the gate. And I am on his ass. Married at First Sight is a beautiful show. It's been a lot of successful couples on this show, a lot of black couples on this show. But this man takes the cake. I thought Chris and the side baby was a thing. I thought that was terrible. But Ikechi, aka Music No Soul Child, bring that ass here. You take the cake on trying to demean and belittle a black woman on national TV. Don't forget a strong black woman, okay? Nurse practitioner, own business, speaks fluently, eloquently, unlike myself. But hey, somebody's got to do it, and she is wearing that crown. She was so excited to come on this show. You can tell she was praying for this. She wanted this. And you have tried to snatch all her hopes and dreams away on this last episode. If you are not watching Married at First Sight, I believe we are on season 18. They in my city. They are in Chicago. Okay, honey. Home of the heartless. The home of the toxicity. Home of the White Sox, Chicago Bulls, and now the retired Derrick Rose. Ew. Home of Kanye. A little crazy, but we love that guy. Home of the deep dish pizza. We don't eat it, but you guys do. Love my city. Love the women here. Love the men here. But that man, Akiche, he is not a resident. He must go. Give you a little backstory on the Married at First Sight, Ikechi and Emem Obat. Beautiful MM. Okay, let's talk about it now. According to Screen Rant, this is just a little article I found online. Akiche Ajore? Akiche Ajore? I don't know how to say that man's last name, but I don't even care. You gave her no respect, I give you no respect. Married at First Sight season 18 is well underway. And there's a lot to know about the cast member, Akiche Ajore. Akiche married MM Obat, a 34-year-old nurse practitioner. Akiche and MM were smitten with each other on their wedding day. And they were. They really were. Let me tell you something about me. And y'all gonna get to know me on this podcast for real, for real. I'm gonna open up with y'all here and there, but y'all gonna get to know me. But look, me, I can read people. It's a gift. I told my husband this week, it is a gift of mine. I have the sight. I can see through the BS every time. Every time. And I called it from episode one. I said, this man is a clown, more so a fraud. And my husband's like, no, you being too hard on him. You being too hard on him. You being, no, I see it. Anytime you get a man who has a guitar, incense, and a beanie, Neo Soul Child starter pack. I have been calling him Music No Soul Child since the very first episode. So I don't even call him a Akiche. I'm doing this for y'all. But that man's name is Music No Soul Child, in my opinion. But here we go. They were smitten with each other. It was lovely. Even on the honeymoon, all the couples were aspiring to be like them. They were lovey-dovey a little bit. They were friendly. They had a good banter. It looked good from afar. It looked good from afar, but that's how a mirage is. You know what I'm saying? You think something is really there, but it ain't there. It ain't there. And it ain't there with Mr. Akiche. Let's fast forward. The couples went on the honeymoon where MM and Akiche seemed to be the most physically comfortable and compatible with each other. That is very important. They aligned on kids, professional motivation, and a desire to be in a committed relationship. Yes, they did. They ain't telling no lies, Screen Rant. You ain't telling no lies. Now, Akiche is the oldest Married at First Sight cast member. He's 42 years old. This man is 42 years old and said he cannot ever find love. Is that not a red flag? You haven't been in a serious relationship at 42 years old? What does that say? Tell me. What is that saying, Akiche? That means you need some serious therapy. That's exactly what you need. Now, Akiche's job is higher education. He's a college counselor. He loves helping students to find their way through college. I know that's right. Now, here's the kicker. And I laugh with my husband about this, and he like, you are about to eat that man up. But let me tell you, I've dealt with a lot of men like Akiche, and especially how he acted in this week's episode, I was just floored because I've dealt with that firsthand and I was totally triggered. It should have been a trigger warning in front of that episode. Seriously, it should have been a trigger warning. He's an author. Y'all want to know the name of his book? The book he wrote in 2018 was titled To My Future, hashtag WCW. To My Future, hashtag WCW. What? Mm-mm. That right there is a strong indicator. He is doing it for the gram. Hashtag WCW at 40 years old. Letter to my best friend and my future everything. Any man with that spoken word poetry, a beanie, and a guitar attached to a book with hashtag WCW. Uh-uh. Run. Run, sister. Run. It's always the men who claim to be the wokest, that claim to be the Dr. Umars of the world, but they really got a problem with their mama. They really don't like black women for real. They really don't. Y'all seen Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood? The wokest brother had the woman from the trailer park. And you know what's telling? Even on the honeymoon, he mentioned it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to adhere to her lifestyle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live up to her lifestyle. You knew then when we was getting back to Chicago, the real was about to come out and you weren't going to be able to uphold all that spoken word poetry you put up in there. So in the episode, they did multiple things. The first activity they did, they met up at a park. She had the cheeses, the wine. You know, she bought a little watercolor painting. They was gonna do a little sipping paint. It was in the afternoon. Here he come, walking in with that tied ass yellow beanie, pouting like a 4-year old who won't eat their chicken nuggets. No energy, dry, tight lipped. Now, before the holiday break, they did have an issue. He felt like Akiche was being aggressive. Mm. You telling me a spoken word, beanie wearing, woke brother, college educated, called another black woman on television aggressive because she's intelligent? Wow. I have a problem with that word. That is a micro aggression. You really are the aggressor, sir. He rang the alarm. He felt like his space was being invaded. She didn't understand the meaning of no, but he's made sexual advances and that was perfectly fine. Now, in the park, it was bad energy. She felt that. She felt that. But what struck me, Akiche, you said you wanted to celebrate the moments and not the long distance. She asked you if this is something you are actively doing. Guess what he did? He paused, and they sat there in an awkward silence as he picked food out of his teeth. He did not respond. Because if you didn't want to get married, why did you come on the show? And mind you, this is his second time coming on the show. You can't tell me he was plotting. I'm getting something out of my tooth. That's so like belittling. But you said she belittles you. I just don't get it. You could tell there was tension there. It was definitely tension at the park, but no one wanted to address it because it's their 30-day anniversary. Okay? We want to have a good time. We got the watercolors out here. Let's laugh. Let's kiki. Like, why can't we do that? After they leave the park, the next activity for Ikechi and Emem, they receive a gift from the doctors. They're in the apartment. He comes in, stank face, looks like he doesn't even want to be there. Gave them the wedding book with all the pictures from the wedding. He sits at the counter. She's sitting on the couch. That's red flag number one. Because what's with this body language? Men fail to realize that body language is a thing. And it's crazy because when me and my husband got back together, I would tell him that. He like, well, how you know something's wrong with me? And I'm like, your body language. And he like, ain't nobody reading all that. Don't nobody who reads in the body language. No, that tells me that something's wrong with you. If you know your man, you know when his shoulders is hunched, something is wrong. And that's what Akiche was giving off. I'm telling you, he was acting like a 4-year-old toddler. Jesus. What's wrong with this man? She pulls out the vows because they framed the vows. She pulls out the vows. She asks him, now that you know me a little bit, do you think I'm living up to these vows? This man turns around and says, I said what I said. Excuse me? Excuse me. And then proceeds to go into this whole Ike Turner monologue about the fact of like her asking him that. You ask me so many questions. How come my answers are not good enough? Because it's not an answer. It's not an answer. Then it turns into I'm walking on eggshells around you. I can't feel peace in my home. I can't feel peace in my home because I'm walking on eggshells around you. You know why you walking on eggshells? Because you dead ass wrong. Sometimes when men know they wrong, they tuck their tails. And then they become defensive. Oh, and then they start to attack. He said there is nowhere in these vows that says I will be an asshole. So now she's an asshole because she's asking you a question? Why did you want to get married? You don't need a partner. You need a therapist, Bookie. You don't need a partner right now. You need a therapist. Because it sounds like the fact that MM got it going on could be a little intimidating for a man that feels like he doesn't have what she has. Because it was really giving jealousy when you went to go see her apartment. I mean, her condo, penthouse, townhouse, whatever it is with the skylight windows. You was seeming a little jealous that she had a karaoke machine in her house. She had it all set up and decked out. You was preparing her before she even got to your house. It's not too much. It ain't doing what you got. You already adding up in your head. You tallying up. She got this, but I don't got that. She got this, I don't got. It's really giving hater. You're really giving hater, and you're trying to dim her light, and that's not okay. You are a black man. You are supposed to protect your queen. You woke. You woke, right? How is that protecting her? There is a better way to go about it. Even if you felt a way, use your words. Don't use your words to cut. Use your words to speak fluently and express and communicate your emotion. David and Michelle are having a similar issue, I would think. Not the same, but David is saying, like, you give one word answers when I ask you a question. So I don't want to ask you a question no more. That's all you had to say. You know what, MM? This has become a little much for me. It's become a much. Like, you really probing into my life, and now it's really hit me that I'm married to a stranger. And sometimes these questions can become a little bit overwhelming. Can you help me walk through that? That's somebody that wants to be married. That's somebody that wants to have a relationship. At no point you did not do that. You took that moment to call her an asshole and storm out of the apartment. You're 42 years old. If I was MM, I would have snatched that damn beanie off your head and played keep away. You know what? MM is such a real one. She was like, I respect it. I respect it. So how can you say you don't have respect in your home when we're hearing in 4K that she respects you? She let you air it out. She doesn't let you call her aggressive. She doesn't let you call her a predator damn near. Now she has sit here and let you call her an asshole and said, I respect it. Let you have your moment. Let you storm out of the castle. And where did she go? To the bathroom and cry. When I heard that black woman, that black Godiva queen, crying in that bathroom, I wanted to jump through the TV because I have been there too as a black woman. I was a single mom, taking care of my son, a corporate baddie. Okay. I was outside, but I had goals, I had visions, I had things that I wanted to do. And men found that so intimidating. It was cool at first, but then when they see the life that I'm living, they feel like they have to live up to the expectation, which you do. But I'm not gonna knock you if you not, because we finna build you up, Bookie, and we finna get you to where I'm at. That's just who I am. And I feel like that's what MM is. She don't give a damn that he a college educator and he don't got a high rise and a in floor to ceiling windows. She didn't care about you not having a karaoke bar in your house. It's cool, boo, because I got it. So if I got it, we got it. But that's intimidating for you. I've dealt with so many men like that. They say they want a relationship. They say they want to get to know you. They say they want kids. They say they want marriage. And I found myself in a toxic 5 year relationship, waiting on broken promises, promises. No, no, no. MM, do not settle, Bookie. I hope we don't see you settling for Music No Soul Child this season. Because then we got to the dinner and she ate his ass up. She ate his ass up at that dinner, respectfully. They have a cast dinner because it is the 30-day anniversary. Okay? It's the 30-day anniversary. All the couples are getting together, whatever. At this point, MM has not talked to Music No Soul Child in 2 days. She's calling him, she's texting him, no response. He has gone ghost. So she shows up to the Sprinter van by herself. Everyone got questions. What's going on? Wait, that. She like, I ain't heard. She kept it so real because she didn't have to tell them what was going on. But she wants to know because she like, damn, what the hell? He is gaslighting me to making me believe I'm the problem. But he is the problem. So Pete, they in the Sprinter van. She tells them all the tea. Everyone is like shook. They like, no, not y'all. Because like I said, on the honeymoon, everyone was like giving them their flowers because they like y'all so comfortable with each other. We trying to get to that space. Y'all gonna be in a good path. Woo 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 woo. And didn't happen. It fizzled out because the real set in. Because you know what? That representative can only last so long. She like, I don't know if he coming or not. I don't know if he coming or not. They at dinner. Lord beholds, he walks through the door in a green, turd green suit, giving Lucky Charms. Beanie didn't come and stayed at home. He came in looking like, trying to appear to be clean as a board of health, but we all know you dirty. You dirty dog. Alan checked him soon as he came through the door. I won't even say it was a checking, but he definitely checked the temperature. I just want to let y'all know Alan is invited to the cookout. He definitely checked the temperature. Music No Soul Child walks through the door. Alan said, where you been, man? He said, chilling. Alan said, is chilling a reason to be late to the dinner? Nothing. Crickets. You know what Alan said? Cheers, brother. Alan like, I don't got time for it. I don't got time for it. Because what chilling? Chilling. I really think the experts messed up this season. Because there's a few little flip flops I would do. There's a few flip flops I would do with this cast. Alan needs to be with MM. Okay? And David needs to be with Madison. Alan want that Godiva goddess, okay? And I see that happening. So y'all heard it here first. If I ain't seen no episodes, I ain't plugged in. Lifetime ain't sponsoring me, but I think my prediction is Alan gets with my Godiva goddess. Just saying. But anyway, we at the dinner. They sit down, whatever. Camille checks the temperature also. He checked. She was a baller. I knew I always liked you, Camille. I knew I liked you, girl. You are a baller. You did a heat check. Heat check. Woo. She said, "What's really good? What's really going on?" He like nothing. She's like, "No. What's really going on?" Because what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why are you here? First off, you come in here in this green, doodoo green suit, looking like the luck of the Irish. Not to say I do like emerald green, but just not on you. You come in with that suit and you already got the energy. We feel the hostility. I felt it through the TV. There's tension in the room. You could tell it. MM keeping it cool, player. So everybody starts like throwing questions at him, and Juan is like, we all in this together. We trying to help each other. Like, let's talk about it. He said, I ain't here to answer questions about my marriage. What? Then why? It goes back to why are you on this show? You should have went to The Voice. Maybe America's Got Talent. This is the wrong show for you because we're in a setting with all married couples. You're at a couple's dinner. We're all in this process together. What makes you think you're above speaking about your marriage? Because MM already done spilt the beans. Keep going back and forth. They going back and forth. They going back and forth. David said, "Hey, cut that shit out." Daddy David stepped in and said, "You know what? We trying to have a nice dinner. Keep it on mute. Let's be respectful. I only got off 30 minutes on my lunch break to be here. Y'all look, I even came. Stop talking." It simmered down a little bit, but MM went ballistic. She said, "You came in here in your clown suit, so I'm gonna give you a circus." It blew up. She walked away. It got it got intense, rightfully so, because everyone has their boiling point. She took a lot of hits. You done called me once again a predator. You've well not called me, but you tried to make me out to be like a predator. You definitely tried to do that. Then on top of that, you called me aggressive. Not only did you call me aggressive behind closed doors, but you also called me aggressive in front of my family. Huh? She took a lot of hits. So at some point it was going to explode and it exploded. All the women went to the bathroom. All the men sat at the table. They tried to talk him down. I don't really know what they were trying to talk to him about because it really was no point because he wasn't listening. The women in the bathroom trying to give her a cheer. I love Carla. Carla redirected that energy. We talking too much about how he acted. No, we got to see if MM is okay. Our Godiva goddess must be okay, and you are absolutely spot on, Carla. I like the people on this season. I just think the couples are bad. But I like the people on this season. It's really giving Chicago. David, I believe you are from like Cicero, Berwyn area. You give me that. You give me that. And you really don't deserve what Michelle is giving. But that's another video for another day. But shout out to David. David said, cut that shit out. We ain't doing all that. Got our black queen together. She paraded back out. She marched out to that table. She sat down. And at that point, Music No Soul Child said, I gotta go, and left. What was the point of you coming? What was the point of you coming to that dinner? You know why? To save face. We did see a previews for the up and coming for the rest of the season. It's gonna get real. It's gonna get real. It looked like a lot of tears. It looked like a lot of arguing. It looked like somebody's gonna be sleeping with somebody. I really believe David and Madison been hooking up on the low. I think that's what's going on. I think David and Madison been hooking up on the low. I think my boy Allen and my girl MM, I think they gonna get together. Rightfully so. Do it. Y'all already there? Y'all know y'all want marriage. Y'all doing married at first sight. Why not? Switch partners. That ain't never happened on this show. Switch partners. I'm cool with that. I wonder if that's in the rules that they can't do that, but I think that's okay. But other than that, married at first sight, it was a great 2 hours. I actually stayed up the whole 2 hours. I didn't go to bed till 1 o'clock in the morning, but I was on 10. My husband was like, I have never seen you this mad at a TV screen. He took the cake because he triggered me. It be the main ones on IG, Twitter, TikTok, preaching you must uplift your black queen. I'm looking for my WCW, a letter to my best friend. That's the name in your book. But the moment you have to uplift a black queen, you get on Lifetime national TV network and try to dim her light because you are insecure. Go get you some healing. I have a great therapist. She's located in Illinois. If you're still in Illinois, I have a great therapist. Maybe you should use some of Carla's crystals. They may work. They may work. But that is it for the Dat Mama. Dat Mama. I gotta go. Cause mama gotta have a life too. But let me know in the comments what you think. Welcome to the first episode. We are here, baby. We are here. And I will be here very frequently. But that is it for the Dat Mama, the one and only Dat Mama. Cause who is that mama? I'm that mama. All right, I will be here. We talking everything, baby. We talking reality TV. We talking trending topics. We talking about what's popping. We talking about relationships. We talking about married life. We talking about kids, cause them kids. We just gonna be talking about life, cause life be life, and everybody need a mama to talk to. So why not be that mama? You feel me? Okay. So if you are not, please like, follow, and subscribe. Click that button below. Get the notifications, cause I am here. You will be seeing more of me. And I gotta go. Cause mama gotta have a life too. Bye.